Everybody's writing about you. There's always rumors about you, too. How do you deal with it? What do you have got something you want to tell us in the press?
We don't care?
I mean, is it?
Not yet.
No.
Not
Oh,
yet.
really?
So far, so good.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoy it. You know, I love performing and I love getting out there. It's been 5 years since I've done a tour, since, 2019. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get back out there and
You're celebrating a big
sing.
birthday on this tour, right?
Am I?
You are, yeah.
Yes, 5 years from the last time I celebrated a big birthday.
That's right. Are you aware, because we looked it up, where you're celebrating your big birthday?
I have not looked yet.
In Tulsa.
You don't have a limp, but you're tired of lifting. Like, exhausting. It was exhausting. So,
yeah. Every morning.
Yeah.
You are going to be surrounded by people tonight. My daughter
Yes.
Elliot, this is her Super Bowl, the Met Gala.
Yes.
And you are the chair this year. Looking forward to it?
I am. I was really honored to be asked to host it alongside Zendaya and Bad Bunny and Chris Hemsworth, and Anna was, gracious enough to ask me, and we.
I don't think anybody was more surprised than us.
Yeah. No, but it is. No, seriously though. I mean, that's just. Would you ever have imagined that it comes full circle? It ends up like this.
No, you never could imagine something like that could happen.
I'm happy.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. I'm happy for you. I'm
Thank
happy
you.
that you're happy. You
Yes.
deserve it. You work so hard.
Thank you.
And as you know, love is the most important thing.
Absolutely.
So that's all that matters to me, is that you're
Yes.
happy and that you're.
There's I have like my 5 favorite singers of all time, and you're one of them.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I was just in awe watching this whole thing, and then got some PTSD with a lot of the subject matters, but we'll get into that.
Yeah.
This is Me Then, 22 years ago, right? So
Yep.
the album. And so how do you think you've evolved for now?
Oh God, I mean that's what the whole project is about. You know what I mean? I did, just so everybody knows, I did an album 20 years ago when I announced this album called This Is Me Then. At that time I had fallen in love and I was like, just had to keep going because things hurt and it was hard and I didn't understand it and I was trying to figure it out. And so when Ben and I got back together, I was able to, he was like, well, aren't you upset about some of these things that happened? I'm like, no, I'm good. And he's like, well, he made it safe for me to look at myself in a lot of ways that I just hadn't done. And now that I was older and had done a lot of work on myself, I was able to recognize that that's real. And I want to put that message out into the world. And that it does take a lot of vulnerability. But I couldn't stop myself. And some parts of it scare me. And I think parts of it scare Ben too. He's like, oh, do you really want to
Well, because there must
say
be
all this stuff? And I'm like, I don't know how else to do it, baby.
Because there must be some PTSD from the first time.
Guys were a little bit kind of witnessing it and wondering and stuff like that and going, what the is she doing right now? And this was me kind of reconciling with all that. And I realized that my music was always very much born from that personal side of myself. Like I got to act and do movies and play characters, but my music was always very, very personal. And this is kind of like, this is not an album like for disciple advice on things. I just try to live my life and do what I do and hopefully, that inspires somebody and gives them hope. That's really the goal for me as an artist at all times. Yeah.
Well, I love the Amazon original.
Thank you.
I thought it was great. I saw it last night.
Yeah.
And as you know, I've always been rooting for you and for Ben.
Thank you.
I have.
Your life is in danger because you know the secrets. Who's involved in that little secret room you guys participating in. So, you know they're gonna get you if they can. It's a little crazy how Puffy get booted out the alcohol business and Jimmy Iovine steps in with Andre and Snoopy promoting it. never a good look when it comes to culture of hip-hop and for our community, our people. I turn myself in. Sometimes you gotta face the music. That's most of the time. I'm gonna give you some real advice. 2 quick things. You gotta make a decision. When you go to prison, either you're gonna be standing up pissing or squatting sitting down pissing. I advise you to try to take the first one. Because, if you're squatting pissing on the seat, you know what that means. Oh yeah, by the way, do not do your time going by Brother Love. Brother Love is not a good code name for prison. I'm out.
I'm gonna inspire when I had nothing in me to give. Like, I let in the studio in New York.
The first time you met Justin Bieber, this kid comes up to you. He's not Justin Bieber yet. He's just some kid. And he says, I want to sing for you.
It was at the studio of Jermaine Dupri's. I said, why don't you set up a meeting between me and your manager? I'd love to meet with you and do this in a formal setting. I'm late for an appointment with Jermaine Dupri.
Right. And
I don't want to keep him waiting. Let's just do this the right way.
And then you have him come to audition for you, right?
Actually, there were a few people. My wife at the time.
Right.
It also was Perry Reed, L.A. Reid's first wife.
You were all sitting in a room
We were in a room.
Yeah.
And I showed her the video. And Perry says, are you crazy? You better get down there and meet this kid right now. He's amazing.
When all these dick pics come out and all this stuff with Bieber's, are you the mastermind behind that? Say, listen, show off your big when people will come to those concerts. Or are you sitting there?
Is that the kind of managing he's doing?
Usher, are you sitting down with him and say, yeah, or leave it in your pants? I mean, do you sit him down and say, look, part of this is PR,
Hey,
man.
by the way, he does have a brain of his own.
Yeah, but were you shocked at the size of his
Hey, listen, he has a mind of his own. What he chose to do with his is his prerogative. He's managing that aspect of his life.
But Usher, is somebody...
I have nothing to do with Justin Bieber's private parts, man. Come on.
Say it.
grab my stuff and I'm gonna get up out of here. I did not know that's how this went down. So was that shocking? Absolutely. Was I forced or coerced into anything? I was not. But why they felt that comfortable, I don't know. Maybe the invite list, they was like, yeah, all these people, I don't know. I'm shocked.
What are you doing? Just having a little drink before my car picks me up. Where are you going? I'm gonna go to join Diddy. He's doing that. Rick Ross is doing a little concert this afternoon. Really? Honestly, they get bigger. No, I just lifted this bra up. It's like night and day. I need to have my boobs sitting up at this level at all times. They were like down to here. That's life-changing. Life-changing, but it gives me back fat. Gotta pick or choose your battles. That's what I learned in my life. Yeah. So why do you care to go to this? Because I was invited and I think it would be fun. When are you gonna act your own age? It's like rap crew, like Rick Ross and Diddy. Do you think this is like your crowd? I know a thing or two about rap music. Who's the boss? Me? No.
This morning, watch how federal agents took Sean Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door in handcuffs. His lawyer said Combs had come to New York 2 weeks earlier with the intention of turning himself in. He did not expect the agents to be waiting at his hotel last Monday night.
Oklahoma, you're saying.
Okay. I can get with it. I'm okay with it. Yeah. You're the party. You bring the party. Doesn't matter where you are.
Bring the party.
Get ready, Tulsa. We're gonna have a good time.
Will the twins join you on this tour?
Yes, some of it. You know, they're 16 now, so they're like, you know, they don't want to be with mom all the time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And how do they react? Do they enjoy it? Because I was thinking about this day. I was trying to imagine my mom, singing and dancing.
I know.
And I couldn't.
It's awkward.
Some dudes belong in jail based on what they do and how they do it. We know that to be true. And it's just this situation, man, when they get down to all the facts and all what happened, he may belong in jail, bruh. And that's not my doing. That's not Cassie doing. That's his doing and his learned behavior from the people that mentored him. You gotta realize, man, he learned from Andre Harrell. He learned from Russell Simmons. He learned from Clyde Davis. You understand? When those people are telling you that they were heavy into the drugs, they was heavy into beating women and doing things at that age, at that crazy stage, that's gonna make him think that he could get away with the same thing that they was getting away with back then. You understand? The things that he was saying, the touchy-feely.
Sex trafficking, interstate transportation for. The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs threatened and coerced victims to fulfill his desires, protect his reputation, and conceal.
Aubrey O'Day isn't holding back her thoughts on Sean Diddy Combs' bombshell legal troubles. Aubrey noted in a social media post that she feels hope that Diddy's case marks a long-awaited turning point, writing, "The purpose of justice is to provide an ending and allow us the space to create a new chapter. Women never get this. I feel validated. Today is a win for women all over the world, not just me. Things are finally changing."
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel this evening after a grand jury indicted the music mogul. Combs had been living there for several weeks. A person with knowledge of the investigation told NBC News the arrest was based on a sealed indictment brought by the Southern District of New York. His attorney tells CNN that he is currently being processed. The charges are unclear as of this moment.
It's craziness, man. And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this, and it's a lot of stories that goes around in this industry about not just him, other people. Jimmy Iovine. Ain't nobody talking about Jimmy Iovine. He got charges and everything on him. But he got those publicists that's keeping it out off of CNN is keeping it off the major news reports. Nobody's talking about that. This is something that goes on, man, that they're gonna push up under the rug, and a few years later, Bad Boy 5, 6, 7, 8 will be out. Man. And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this. Yo, man, I should have saw, he told me he should have saw this coming with Cassie.
You looking around like, damn, like, a lot of guys kissing each other in here, man. You feel me? What y'all do is y'all business.
So you've been to a party and seen this?
Oh, I've seen it firsthand, multiple times. I seen Dwight Howard in a pink dress, bro.
What?
I seen Dwight Howard in a pink dress with 2 other ladies in dresses. They all the same height at a Diddy party. Ask about Dwight Howard in Mexico.
What's up with Dwight Howard in Mexico?
You know, they don't got paparazzi out there like that. You feel me? They was down there hooping. He going to the club with these same ladies.
The Met Gala looks are not, you know, it's not about comfort.
Okay, all right. I tried. You are also about to head out on tour.
I am.
Exciting.
Summertime tour, I know.
You obviously do not need sleep.
I do. I wish I could have had the summer off, but we're gonna do, it's a small tour. It's like 28 shows. I'm excited about it.
That's it? That's a small one? That's a small tour?
Yes, it is, believe it or not. It is a small tour. So I'm going to, hit a few cities, and I'm excited. I haven't been out for years. I think since 2019.
Has it been?
Yes.
So do you think Puffy was involved in the shooting?
Only they can answer that question. I have my own opinion, but I wouldn't slander their name like they did mine. I wouldn't say things that I knew, you know what I mean? I believe so. I do believe so. I have proved things that I can say that will back up my claim, but this is not for the world to know about. You know what I mean? It's between me and him, and only he knows. So every time he say it didn't happen, or that's the only thing that makes this become an issue to everybody. Because you seen what I said in the Vibe article. I basically bowed out and was gonna go ahead about my life. The next issue, that wasn't even the next issue, because them cowards waited about 4 issues before they got their story together. 4 issues later, half of New York is commenting on me shot. And before, they was all like, we didn't see nothing. In the first issue, read it, Vibe viewers. Nobody seen it. The 4th issue, when they came back with a reply, everybody knew what I did. They knew what I said. I was acting. Who gets shot 5 times in acts? Oh, I didn't get shot 5 times in their vision. I only got shot once because they found the bullet. The police found it, but now they the cops. Now they doing detective work. They found the bullet. Oh, you found the bullet, huh? So what is this other shit in me then? What was the doctors talking about? What? Can you explain these other holes in me? How'd I get gunpowder all over me? That insulted my intelligence. So yes, I did say Thug Life was there. Yes, I bowed out, all of that. But when they said that, they breathed new life in me. Yeah. And Thug Life not only became a rap group, but it became a way of life for life for me. Because they disrespected me, my name, my family, what I had been through. They said that I couldn't be in pain. I could not feel, I could not be heard.
Is there still a beef going on with you and Biggie?
It was never a beef. It's only a difference in opinion. Right. To me, if I like my homeboy Suge gave me the best advice I could ever give from anybody. He said, when people ask him if he's beefing with Bad Boy with Puffy, he says like me going to a playground and picking on a little kid. Right. That's like me being mad at my little brother because he getting cash now. I'm not mad at that. I'm just mad at my little brother when he don't respect me. Yeah. Now when you don't respect me, I'm gonna spank your ass. I don't give a f bitch you got on the block. I'm your big
for them. It's not so cool when you start to own things. You see what I'm saying? So I made a lot of money with them too. Like there's a point they did a deal that mirrored what Puffy's deal with Diageo was for Ciroc. So he didn't have ownership of that at any point, but he was getting a lot of money, like almost like $60 million a year at one point. So you see him go to daily on is when you see him have some issues. And these people have really strong relationships. Don't think that the civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case faster because he's making them uncomfortable. That's a big part of it. The spirits business it's not governed. They got a discus board that they created, right? If you got two companies that are $3 billion a year, and Beam Centauria and Diageo, the distribution level, it's very hard for you to get things to a point where you can do the right numbers. They incentivize the sales force by giving them box bonuses. And then when you sell a product, you get the bonuses off the boxes that's there. But you make that no matter what product you're selling. So if you sell Hennessy or Remy out the gate, they start to put downward pressure on the new companies.
And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this, and yo, it's a lot of stories that goes around in this industry about not just him, other people. Jimmy Iovine. Ain't nobody talking about Jimmy Iovine. He got sexual charges and everything on him, but he got those publicists that's keeping it out off of CNN. It's keeping it off the major news reports. Nobody's talking about that. This is something that goes on, man, that they're gonna push up under the rug, and a few years later, Bad Boy 5, 6, 7, 8 will be out.
Your parties are the hottest ticket around.
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't gonna stop. We're gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You're gonna hear about my parties. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we wanna have a good time. You know, whenever you bring up a different element into people's environment, things that broaden people's horizon, people get intimidated. There's a lot of people out there that feel intimidated by it. It ain't nothing but breaking down racial barriers, breaking down generation barriers. People from all walks of life. Ron Perlman talking to Jay-Z. Jay-Z talking to, you know what I'm saying? It just goes on.
Hey, speaking of
this is love.
I saw a guy on the internet the other day who said he used to be your security guard, who said that when you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were gonna beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
Yo, this show has gotten crazier since the last time I No,
it's all about love, though. That's not true.
You really heard that? Nah.
What? Yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Jimmy, I thought we was friends. Where did this?
I see you always gallivanting around to all these trips that Kim and I aren't invited on.
You wouldn't pick up for the weekend and leave your kids? You don't have help on the weekends.
I'm not saying I want to go.
Oh, dis.
So who was with you this weekend?
A bunch of my friends.
Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber,
so far
French
so good.
Montana.
Do you even know half the people you're naming?
No.
Are you drinking, Chloe?
No.
You have to get these margaritas out of here. Why aren't you drinking? Yeah, but
last night. She didn't go to bed.
I haven't been to bed yet.
you haven't. I want to be Chloe when I grow up, Court.
Oh, you're just so little.
Like my balls are just going.
I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Well, this party, I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have loved it.
We're in love. Seriously.
You're sweet. And there it is right there.
It is.
I did my interview for Marry Me, and then they put Jennifer Lopez in love on the cover.
Yep.
Yes, that's nice.
Well, and that's...
It's true, though.
Yeah, that's... And you know, Twitch and his wife Allison are in this issue as well. Yeah.
I am crazy. Pray for the young people. You know what this is. It's not a game. And please understand very clearly, there is zero woosah moments, me talking about situations for over more than a decade and a half. And then all of a sudden everybody woke up like, whoa, yo, we thought you were crazy. Yeah, I am crazy. I'm crazy to tell a mother on 3 forms of public transportation across a bridge to get to work to support me that, hey, I may have to pass on these opportunities for scholarships because I'm gonna write a song and we're gonna eat for the rest of our lives. That's crazy. But what I am not is a liar. That I'm not. All I did was give the science. I was ignored, laughed at, ridiculed, things of that nature. But that's okay. My God is so much bigger that my God got me. And I got you.
You know why Puff's parties are so cool, man? Because you can't get into the party. It doesn't matter what the is going on in the party. Nothing cool is going on in the party. It's a party. But you can't, for some fucking reason, at his party, you can't get into his party. So now what do you want to do? Get into that man's party and see what the fuck all the hubbub's about. So right now I have a do not fucking enter sign on Machine Gun Kelly.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Woke up this morning with a prayer in my heart that I want to share with you guys for us. So if y'all don't mind, just pray with me if you want to. God, please bless everybody in the sound of my voice. Please bless their health. Please bless their hearts, but most importantly, bless their mindsets. The mind is a dangerous thing. God, protect us from our mind, talking us out of our powers of manifesting anything that we want if we believe in you, even if it's not there, even if it looks like it's not going to come. God, please bless everyone's mind and know that you will always show up and you will show up on time. God, please bless everyone that has had a rough year, but bless us for the good days, the bad days, the days that we have experienced death, the days we've experienced life, loss,
Whatever Justin is doing, I'm not going to show it out of just respect
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping. I like that.
Feel free to make this rom-com, by the way. Okay, cool.
Yes. 20 years later. And I was really inspired to go back in and make music again in that same way. And
but you did that and then took it to like the next
but the thing
level.
that happened is, as you're in the studio and you know this, you start talking about things, you're finding the songs, everything's kind of happening in real time. And it made me really look at the time in between.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And reflect on like
the road that led you.
How did I get from there to there? Like, how did that happen? And like,
and who would have thought?
Who would have thought? All the things and the second chances, but it's really not about this.
So who was with you this weekend?
A bunch of my friends.
Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber,
So far,
French
so good.
Montana.
Do you even know half the people you're naming?
No. If you were seriously dating somebody, would you tell
No.
You have to get these margaritas out of here. Why don't you drink it? Yeah, but last night. She didn't go to bed.
I haven't been to bed yet.
You haven't? I want to be Clay when I grow up, Court.
Oh, you're just so little.
Like, my balls are just going.
I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Go to this party. I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have loved it.
Have you met Chloe's new, like, crew of friends?
No.
Well,
Kind of.
you did?
Yeah.
Stop talking. Have you met Chloe's new crew of friends?
And all I said was yes.
Stop
Then I
talking.
stopped. All I said was yes.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you have one, yeah.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, I can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them.
Well, we still have some time to go, you know, I can blow it here.
Okay.
We're actually the first ones here with about 30 different law enforcement vehicles at least. There are 3 Bearcats on scene here. This just all unfolded, Sandra. I was actually the first ones here with about 30 different law enforcement vehicles at least. There are 3 Bearcats on scene here. This just all unfolded, Sandra, I would say.
What they're looking for, because it was going on the premises of sex. They're looking for pictures of girls that may appear to be underage.
And yet nobody said, but did he get arrested finally and get the book ready to be thrown at his very, very, very dancing feet? They're gonna beat his feet with that law book.
It truly is about the Benjamin, as we see.
Oh yes, he's glittering.
It truly is about the Benjamin.
Well, now when we come back, we're gonna talk more with Puffy, and if you want to hang out, more than welcome to stick around, my brother. All right, we'll be right back with more right after this.
And then Nikki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Arrest of a former SU basketball walk-on player, Brendan Paul, who's part, police say, of a investigation of rap mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs. Paul is accused in court documents of being Combs' drug mule.
And go, well, yeah, I do need to look at those things. And the experience of making the record and being so happy and celebratory, and then delving deeper and deeper into the journey that it took to get there, which was, you know, harrowing at times and painful and tough, and not pretty.
Oh yeah,
And
my therapist said to me when I first went and found the right therapist on the 1.0 therapy, not the 2.0 therapy, the first time, and said, what do you want? I said, I want to go back. I don't want to be here. Let me go back to that place where I didn't realize there was anything wrong. And I was.
Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute, and his management was backing him off. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that. He had already been to the hospital. That situation that Gene was talking about. And you still took Bieber there but you got custody of him first. Diddy had already tried. They wouldn't let him. Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler. Does that sound like a good guy?
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Does that sound like a good guy? Now that we know what Diddy's really like. They're not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there.
Crazy is, bruh, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and in the studio. He said, yo, I'ma drug their ass off and pick them out and pip them out to my
50 posting a sweet picture of him and Drew on Instagram, but the caption tells a different story.
I have a lot of fun.
Here I am keeping good company with the Drew Barrymore show, and I don't have 1,000 bottles of lube at the house.
Tupac and Biggie. And I think both of these dudes were assassinated in some kind of way. More Biggie than Tupac. I think Tupac might have got killed by a dude that they, had an incident with earlier that day. But Biggie's seems a little governmental.
Yo, man, I should have saw. He told me he should have saw this coming with Cassie and the way he treated women when he slapped his mother. And I was like, he did what?
Yo, I did it. Told him he wanted receipts. Let's start with your mother, nigga. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts.
Cassie, I will advocate for you. Because see, I know something that a lot of people don't know. I know that you and Kim Porter had a sit down right before she left us.
We decided to do the book because I'm not a rapper, obviously, or anything like that. But I've been in the business and been around the business.
Okay, so.
But that's not a diss. Meek likes being brought up in that song. I don't know why you lowering his thing. You think you're doing him a favor. He's very, very happy being mentioned, I'm pretty sure.
Beginning, like the first 3.5 years, he was, like the first 3 or 4 months, he was really nice. But then after that, he started being that.
A new civil lawsuit claims Sean Diddy Combs repeatedly passed off dancer and adult film actress Adria English to be by partygoers during events at his New York and Miami houses between 2006 and 2009.
Puppy's like
Oh, shit, what'd he say?
To describe Puppy in one word is it's jostle. Worse, way worse.
Wow. Oh, you kidding me up?
Like penetration pictures and
Nah.
LeBron James comments on P. Diddy getting arrested and basically saying that he had a weird feeling today was the day the feds will actually catch up to Diddy. I guess we can all confirm that LeBron James was the anonymous tipster that gave him. No. Yo, I'm gonna keep it a glass of water, y'all. This is nasty, word. Y'all remember before a couple months ago that we saw that LeBron James was saying, ain't no party like a Diddy party. Some people will say that LeBron James should go to jail. Chill out, y'all, alright? We all know that this is a troll post Well, it is actually true that P. Diddy did go to jail, though. But I mean, about LeBron James' whole situation is crazy, and that's lies. But it's still funny just to see that. Feel me? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about the whole P. Diddy situation and LeBron James. But you Ray Snow, what's up? I'm not.
Stating that what he is accused of doing is nothing new in the world of famous entertainers. He argued that flying women out for parties or intimate gatherings is a common practice among celebrities and should not be considered illegal. Boozy questioned whether it is fair to label women who willingly participate in these experiences as prostitutes, suggesting that if that were the case, then many women would fall under that category. He expressed concerns about
about Sean Puffy Combs, aka Diddy, spinning. I mean, this guy is a master promoter, okay? And the allegation is that Combs aided and abetted his son in this attack.
This is incredibly disturbing footage, so I do want to warn our viewers, as you did. But as you said, Cassie's lawsuit, which was filed in November of 2023 and then was quickly settled overnight, it did open the floodgates. But in that complaint, Jake, she details an incident that she alleged happened in March of 2016 at a hotel in Los Angeles, physically assaulting Diddy. Now our team in the LA Bureau, we have got our hands on that surveillance footage, and it appears to corroborate Cassie's claims identically.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested by federal agents at a hotel here in New York City. Combs had been living there for several weeks. A person with knowledge of the investigation told NBC News the arrest was based on a sealed indictment brought by the Southern District of New York. The contents of the indictment won't be known until later today, but Combs is facing a wave of lawsuits accusing him of sexual assault and misconduct. In March, federal investigators searched his homes in Miami and Los Angeles.
The Sean Diddy Combs investigation, new surveillance video shows Combs being taken into custody in a Manhattan hotel last week. Our senior investigative correspondent, Aaron Kotursky, is at the scene of his arrest. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning to you, Robin. This is the hotel where Sean Combs was arrested a week ago. You can now see how that arrest went down. This morning, watch how federal agents took Sean Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door in handcuffs. His lawyer said Combs had come to New York 2 weeks earlier with the intention of turning himself in. He did not expect the agents to be waiting at his hotel last Monday night.
But at first, I didn't like him at all. You know, I didn't. I thought he was like, you know, ick. I didn't like him because, you know, Sean and I were very different that way. You know, I was very like family oriented and a kind of a, you know, the married type. You know, I was actually, when we first worked together in the video, I was married, even though I was going through problems. Nobody knew that, you know what I mean? And I wanted my family, and even though at that time it was not going well, you know what I mean? That was who I was. That's how I was raised.
The two kept in.
You know, everybody seems to always have something to say about your love life. And how does it feel to finally take back the narrative?
It feels good. It feels good to kind of like use all of the things in your life as an artist and really put them into something that you feel has a very powerful message at the end of the day. You know, I'm not a preachy person. I don't try to give people...
What he made me believe about myself only comes from love. Because nobody else could make me see that about myself.
Jennifer Lopez in tears over hubby Ben Affleck and how he's changed her life.
It's very moving. Because I didn't think much of myself. And so the world didn't think much of me. that lined up.
When Ben and I got back together, it was just like...
They interviewed over 50 witnesses and victims. But there is one name on that celebrity list that is standing out in particular right now. Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo. Why? Well, long before Combs was criminally charged, long before he was hit with multiple lawsuits accusing him of sexual assault, he dated the famous pop star and actress, reportedly from 1999 to 2001. Their first public appearance was September 1999 at the MTV Music Awards, and then the following year, when they were together, was where she wore that infamous Versace green dress at the Grammys. The couple were on red carpets together. They went to Combs' famous white party together. Big A-list couple. In fact, there is a photo of them together lying in a white bed with giant pillows. And in another photo, they're in that same bed with other people. And one clip that has actually surfaced recently is of the couple in the show MTV Diaries from 2000. And this is where Combs expressed his dissatisfaction with Lopez having to perform a kiss scene in one of her movies, and she confessed he has a problem with stuff like that. So it was a little odd, but something else interesting happened. You fast forward to 2015, they'd already broken up, and this is when Jennifer Lopez appeared on the Wendy Williams show back in 2015.
Spinning their wheels or wasting their time. They believe that they are going to be able to develop enough witness information and physical evidence through these search warrants that they want to file charges.
From federal raids and possible criminal charges to shocking allegations laid out in multiple bombshell lawsuits, P. Diddy has found himself in some serious hot water. But could Diddy's past be coming back to haunt him?
That crime could be reopened and say this is a RICO predicate act, and then you add a couple more acts under the sex trafficking, the drugs, the gun, and certainly that 1999 shooting could be the cornerstone of a case like that.
We're taking a closer look at the 1999 nightclub shooting in New York and what a new investigation could look like.
Sometimes with time, with the passage of time, people aren't as intimidated and they're not as threatened, and they get away from the person who is the threat. And they feel more forthcoming to testify or to give statements
This is like a 20-year journey. This project is a 20-year project of my whole entire music career and how I got to from then to now.
It's fun, it's beautiful, but you just announced that this is now the tour kicks off this summer.
Yes, we did! Yes.
This summer?
This summer.
You're going right back in?
We're going in!
But what? You don't even have any time off. You're going right back in. I've seen you firsthand on tour. If you ever...
I was spending more time with her, and I just fell in love with her.
To have somebody who by your side who understands what you're going through, and at the end of the day doesn't need anything from you except to love you.
She was one of the nicest, most beautiful people that I had met,
Even if you were broke, my love don't cost a thing.
Jennifer and Puffy finally come clean in Puffy's own magazine, Notorious.
Puffy and Jennifer did finally fess up. They did a kind of interview with each other, and they had kind of cute word games and pretty much spilled the beans about the fact that they liked each other a lot.
It just became this really big thing. It became her energy and her glamour put together with his energy and his glamour. And it was just like this explosive, high fashion, cutting edge duo. Fully blown up, mainstream, in your face, hot shoes, hot dresses, hot clothes, hot shades, hot cars, hot parties, on fire.
Puffy was on a roll. He had Jennifer Lopez on his arms. It is a sultry Latino singer, and he's the king of rap.
We was just both in love with each other. Just like to spend every moment and every second with each other.
The paparazzi was unbelievable. I had never seen that like that. It was like a movie.
When Puffy showed up at the 2000 Grammys with Jennifer Lopez on his arm in a Versace dress that defied the laws of physics, he was the envy of men everywhere.
I don't really know how long it took her to get into the dress because I was getting dressed in the other room. But I know it only took me a second to get her out of it.
And then hip-hop's royal couple calls it quits.
I wish I would have just stayed my ass at home and chilled with Jennifer. I just wish the whole night wouldn't have happened.
Sean Puffy Combs is charged with
of what the cold hard facts are. This was not someone who I vacationed with and who he and I enjoyed this great intimate relationship of brotherhood. This is someone who destroyed my life.
If they don't know the world, they don't know the players. Telephone number will be monitored and recorded. That's just a recording from the prison that's just saying that they record it, which obviously they do. Shug, help people understand. What tapes are you talking about? Who has them? And what kinds of things do you think they show?
Well, number one, luckily, I wasn't their first choice, their second choice. I wasn't no choice to be at those freaky parties. But you know what they show. They used to have a thing in the industry, right? And the sad thing about it, I don't like mentioning Usher. I don't like mentioning Justin Bieber. I don't like mentioning all these people that everybody know what time it is. So at the same time, they used to have a joke. They never played this joke with me. And they used to walk in the Interscope office. They'd go back there and they'd be like, hey, we passed the test. I said, we haven't did the test. One dude said, well, don't say that in front of Mr. Knight because he's going to take it offensive and hurt somebody. I said, well, whatever it is, I probably would take it offensive when somebody would get their ass whooped. You know, that was me in those days. They used to have these guys, they used to call it the boiled egg test. They used to take a boiled egg, a raw boiled egg, and have those guys put their pants down and bend over and they stick it up their ass. The eggs break, they say they're not ready yet. They ain't put enough work in. This is Hollywood. So everybody want to go act like they don't know what's going on.
Hold on a second,
but
Shug.
if you just look. That's all you got to do.
I have never heard of anything like that. So if I haven't heard about it, just assume a lot of people haven't heard that before. But you think it's on video?
Let's stop for a second.
Go ahead, Shug.
Yeah, listen, and also, have you ever been to any puffy parties?
No.
You sure they had a long time to think about it. But if you haven't been in those butt naked parties, even some of the preachers been in those parties, and they wasn't on their knees praying for God. See, they was praying for somebody to have come real quick or something. But I wasn't there, but it's
around that lasted even for a period of time, if not today, based on the fact that we're going to share this. It's pure, it's real, it's us, it's honest. Why wouldn't you see that? And what we saw in 2002, if you trace back to that moment, it was really like quite an ugly time.
Yeah.
Because the world, us, all of us, I'm not trying to create hierarchy here, we showed our hand. We showed our hand. We were like, it's too much. We don't want it. It's too much. Oh, your movie. No. Oh, your benefit. You're not too individual.
What a story about Diddy's party within a party. Like, you know, everybody knows about his famous white parties that would attract people like Leonardo DiCaprio, Paris Hilton, Mariah Carey, you know, a whole crowd of well-known people. Howard Stern would be there. But what maybe they didn't know about, and maybe you don't know about, is that there would be a party within the party. As the night wore on, these sort of A-list names would go home. I mean, it's like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Okay, the party's over, let's leave. Well, for some people, the party was only just beginning. There would be like back bedrooms where Diddy and his, let's say, more debauchery-oriented friends would have a different kind of party. I spoke with a gentleman who was a drug dealer who would deliver drugs to Diddy at the legit white party and at the other party. And he recalled a story in which he went to make a drug delivery, knocked on the door, Diddy answered in his robe, brought him back there, and the guy, you know, did what he did with the drugs. They did the drug transaction. And he said the shocking thing to him wasn't that there were drugs or that there were, you know, naked ladies or naked men or, you know, all kinds of powders laying around. What was shocking to him was what he saw rappers doing. He goes, I saw rappers doing things I never expected to see, and it totally changed the way I look at them. I guess he...
Did Jennifer Lopez just get caught up in one of the most explosive scandals of the year? Shocking footage linking her to Sean Diddy Combs' dark past has resurfaced, sending ripples through Hollywood. Insiders report Lopez is in full panic mode, fearing the impact this scandal could have on both her career and personal life. But what's at stake here is much more than just public image. This could be the most high-profile takedown of her entire career. Imagine having your carefully crafted reputation dragged through the mud at the worst possible time. Your personal life is already unraveling. Your professional status hangs in the balance, and then suddenly, your past comes roaring back to haunt you, dragging along skeletons you'd thought were buried for good. This is exactly the storm Jennifer Lopez is facing right now. While her ex, Sean Diddy Combs, battles a slew of legal troubles, including sex trafficking and racketeering charges, J-Lo's former ties to him are resurfacing with a vengeance. What once seemed like a glamorous chapter in her love life has become a ticking time bomb, threatening to implode her entire career. J-Lo is no stranger to controversy, but this time the stakes are higher than ever. Could this be the scandal that finally sinks her? And what explosive evidence lies in the FBI tapes that have everyone in Hollywood on edge? Buckle up, because this story only gets more intense the deeper you dig. Jennifer Lopez's relationship with Diddy may seem like ancient history, but in Hollywood, the past has a nasty habit of resurfacing at the worst possible times. Their whirlwind romance between 1999 and 2001 dominated tabloids, capturing the public's attention. They were hip-hop royalty, the golden couple whose every move made headlines. However, when you're connected to someone as controversial as Diddy, escaping that past can feel impossible. Fast forward to today, and Diddy is facing some of the most serious allegations of his career: trafficking, racketeering, and a slew of other charges that could land him in prison for years. His name is now entangled with accusations so grave that they threaten to pull down anyone who's ever been close to him. While Diddy is scrambling to contain the damage, a number of former flames, friends, and associates are trying to distance themselves. Jennifer Lopez, however, is struggling to shake off the shadows of her past with the mogul. Insiders close to Lopez report that her team is in full crisis mode. Behind the scenes, frantic damage control efforts are underway as publicists and managers try to manage the fallout. But why is J-Lo, someone who has always seemed to rise above scandal, panicking now? The answer lies not just in her past relationship with Diddy, but in a specific incident that occurred during that time. An incident that could come back to haunt her in the most public way possible. The infamous 1999 New York City nightclub shooting is one of the most notorious moments in the pair's history. It was a night that left 3 people injured, including Natanya Rubin, a bystander who still carries a bullet lodged in her face to this day. Lopez was right there when the chaos erupted. At the height of their relationship, J-Lo and Diddy were inseparable, attending every A-list event, dominating red carpets, and gracing magazine covers. But that fateful night changed everything. After the shots were fired, J-Lo, Diddy, his bodyguard Anthony Wolf Jones, and rapper Shine fled the club in a getaway car, only to be chased down by the NYPD. A stolen gun was found in the car, and all 4 occupants were arrested. Lopez, however, was released without charges, while Diddy, Jones, and Shine faced trial. Shine, who later claimed he was unfairly sacrificed to protect Diddy, was convicted of several charges and spent nearly a decade behind bars. Diddy and his bodyguard walked free, but the ordeal left a lasting scar on everyone involved. And now, 25 years later, Shine's accusations are resurfacing. The former rapper turned Belizean politician has repeatedly suggested that Diddy manipulated the trial to save his own skin, using witnesses and legal tactics to pin the blame on Shine. While these claims don't directly implicate Lopez, they've reopened a chapter she thought was long closed, and the consequences could be devastating. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Recent FBI raids on Diddy's properties have reportedly unearthed tapes that could blow this whole case wide open. According to Suge Knight, the notorious ex-CEO of Death Row Records, these tapes might contain footage from Diddy's infamous parties, wild, debauched gatherings that often included Hollywood's elite. And guess who might make an appearance on these tapes? Jennifer Lopez herself. Suge Knight, who is currently incarcerated, claims on his prison podcast that the FBI has tapes that allegedly show Lopez attending these outrageous parties. These weren't just any parties either. They were known for their excess. And according to rumors, darker activities took place behind the scenes. If the tapes show anything incriminating, it could mark the end of J-Lo's career as we know it. In Hollywood, where image is everything, this type of footage, especially if it involves illegal or immoral activities, would be catastrophic. And as if Lopez's professional world wasn't already teetering on the edge, her personal life is in free fall. Her marriage to actor Ben Affleck has been on the rocks for months. Rumors of tension between the two have been swirling, and now some sources say that the FBI may have even shown Affleck some of the tapes during their investigation, further straining the couple's relationship. A divorce would be devastating enough, but with these new allegations emerging, Lopez may find herself embroiled in a scandal too big to outrun. Hollywood insiders have been buzzing about what could happen next. Could this controversy reopen the 1999 nightclub shooting case? With Diddy now facing federal charges, there's a real possibility that authorities could dig deeper into his past, and that could pull Lopez back into the crosshairs. While she was never charged in the original case, her presence at the scene and her close ties to Diddy have many wondering if she knows more than she's let on. Meanwhile, as the legal battle rages on, the public is divided. Lopez's fans have taken to social media to defend her, but not everyone is convinced of her innocence. Photos from Diddy's extravagant parties have been circulating online, including a particularly controversial image of Lopez and Diddy lounging on a massive bed during a 4th of July bash in 2000. At the time, the photo was seen as harmless, a snapshot of two celebrities enjoying the spoils of their fame. But in today's context, it's raising eyebrows. What really went on at those parties? Was J.Lo just an innocent guest? Or was there more happening behind the scenes? The FBI tapes could hold the answers, but so far, no one knows exactly what's on them. Could they contain evidence of Lopez's involvement in any illicit activities? Could they confirm her knowledge of the nightclub shooting or even other crimes? Or are they simply remnants of a wild youth captured at a time when Lopez was trying to build her career in an industry filled with questionable characters? One thing's for certain, Jennifer Lopez is in the middle of a media storm that shows no sign of slowing down. As more details emerge about Diddy's legal troubles, Lopez's past with him will continue to be scrutinized. And with Hollywood's notorious tendency to pounce on scandals, every move she makes from here on out will be closely watched. So is Jennifer Lopez panicking because of her connection to Diddy's troubled past? Absolutely. As the walls close in on the hip-hop mogul, Lopez finds herself caught in the fallout of a mess she thought was long behind her. Old photos, past shootings, and now FBI tapes are dragging her name into a storm of controversy. And with her personal life crumbling and public pressure mounting, staying silent might not be an option for much longer. Could this be the scandal that finally derails one of the world's biggest superstars? Hollywood and the world will be watching every move.